Well, good evening, everybody. It is August 10th, 2024. It is 7:04 p.m. I'm good. I'm healthy. I'm fine. I just want to start with that. I want to tell everybody everything is good, okay? But I'm battling things. I'm battling things spiritually that I've never had to battle before. And to those of you that don't know and are new to my channel, my name is Angela, and I started doing a YouTube channel a little over a year ago. And in doing this, I am finding out things that I can't quite explain. Yet somehow when you look at the bigger picture, you just keep going, oh my God. Oh my God. And you realize what could actually be of this. When you see it with different eyes, when you understand it completely different, but on so many levels, and you're understanding something that is so complex. And that's why they call it the Matrix. Oh, God, help me. It's a different dimension. It's a different way to look at things. It's a different way to understand something. But when God knows you, you connect. You understand each other. You have a language. You have a prayer language. It's like a movie reel. When I sit here and I go, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about, but I know that you're going to tell me, and I know that we're going to get there. And I go, just show me what I need to see. And suddenly it's like the Matrix. There's like reels, and suddenly it's like going back in time, and things that stuck out, things that you said, things that you posted, and you're going, oh my God, holy cow, like, but you didn't know in that moment that that's what was happening. You're just doing it. And suddenly there's like a pattern to it, and there's a way that it goes, and you're going with the flow, and you're understanding your relationship with God in a way that you never thought you could, because we're in a day and an age and an era that's completely different. It's not going to look like it did in the Bible, but we use the Bible as a reference to understand how to use it today. Revelations has a meaning that you may not understand, but it is truth. God, help me, help them. We better start looking at autism a little bit differently. We better start looking at suicide a whole lot differently, y'all. Because where they go deep, they can't pull out of this. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Look at Robin Williams, funniest guy we know. Somewhere I posted about we were going with comedians. God help me. You see, the reel hits. It hits. I know where we're going with this. I've been posting about pharmaceutical companies. Do we know where we're going with this? I said autism is coming. Hold on. I said suicide. Hold on. It's coming. We are fighting an enemy that nobody is understanding on any level. Does everybody understand this? We are not fighting things of flesh and blood. There is a spiritual war that is happening in a realm that many do not understand. But when you read the Bible with spiritual eyes, you will see things that you have never seen before and understand things in ways that you never have before. But you got to sit with your damn dark side. God! With love, with care, with compassion, with understanding, with loyalty, with honor, with confidence. This is so hard to do spiritually. But you have to build relationships. You have to know who they are in Christ. And you have to discern that you know what you know when you know it, because that's when you are supposed to know it. But in that moment, in that time, in that era, in that moment, you were not mature enough. You did not understand it. You did not know, but you had to go through something in order to teach it, show it, heal from it, do it. Woo! I have to go deeper. And I want everybody to understand that this is a testimony that I do not want to share. Because if it's shared wrong and it comes across the wrong way, it will not be of God, and I understand that. But you need to understand that I am fighting flesh in this moment, but understanding spiritually on a higher level on what is happening. And I am going to humble myself, but I'm going to speak truth. And it is going to hurt some people. It's going to confuse some people. But by God, let it awaken everybody. Oh, God. I came from what you would call a religious cult. But it's not like Waco. It's not like drinking the Kool-Aid. It wasn't like that. It is a sheep in wolves clothing that even the most amazing hearts are missing. I had peeps. I had joy. And I can only imagine what I put my family through. When I now see them and what you saw happening to me. But many of us saw it happening to so many people, and we didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to stop it. You watch them suck their soul. I think I did a video on this. I think I'm outside. And I think there was a storm that came in. They had love. They had passions. They were creative. They knew who they were. And when you take their weaknesses and you use it for your strength, by God help you. You took your pain and you reflected it on other people. Other people that believed in you. Other people that trusted you. You're lost here somewhere. Because your journey is real. But you're confusing your journey with your testimony somewhere. And you're confusing it here. Jezebels, listen to me very carefully. I have been where you are. And if you're hearing me in the spiritual realm, this has a completely different meaning than it does if you hear me differently as a narcissist. They come in many forms, they come in many ways, but they come. And you become the people that you surround your circle with. Stick with me, this is still all biblical. Where is your circle? Where are your peeps? Where are you? Take that at any level. Take that in your addiction. Take that in your pities. Take that wherever you need to go, at whatever level this is hitting you at. Christianity, you have become the Pharisees of today. You have stuck religion. You have stuck scripture. You have stuck everything in people's faces for an agenda that is not of God. We are to save them. We are to help them. Dark places don't just come from below, they also come from above. And they roam with us on every realm. Does everybody understand this? Jezebel comes with anger. Jezebel comes with hurt. Jezebel comes with abandonment. Jezebel comes with rejection. Jezebel comes with unhealed wounds. Because when I was under that leadership, I committed sin with a married man in the ministry. And I stooped to a level that I never in my life ever thought that I would get to. Do you all understand what I am saying to you? That is not who I am, and that is not who I ever wanted to be. But something somewhere has happened to me in my life that got me to that point. And when you took my weaknesses, when you took my hurts, when you took my things and you twisted them, you also took their souls, their hearts, their passions, their loves right there with you, and you dragged it. What is happening in our world is not an accident. It didn't just happen. We have been repeating history over and over and over. And we have been losing and losing and losing. And look at the state of which our country is in, and look at what we're looking at as leadership, and you stop for one damn moment and listen. Don't react. Don't put your hands up. Don't shut up. I just want you to shut up, and I just want you to listen a little bit deeper. I want you to have some respect for other people, and I want you to start listening a little bit harder at what is being said. In a time and an era that you may not understand, but there are many of us that understand on a deeper level. Witchcraft is real. Witchcraft is not something that you should be messing with. It is not something that you need to understand, but it is real. There's portals. There's all kinds of things that you can open. There's all kinds of things that you can do that can set you off on a course that you have no idea. But what was meant for evil can also be used for good. And there are those that know how to use the crystals. They know how to use the salts. They know how to use the incense. They know what to do for good. They know how to do it God's way, God's will. Well, we're not supposed to do astrology. We're not supposed to do this. We're not supposed to do that. You are absolutely correct, because in that time, in that era, they did not know what we know now. In our time, in our era, and what we are fighting now. Wake up! I do not know everything. I do not have all the answers. But my whole entire journey, I have kept as biblically as I possibly can. I have been as honest and as loyal and as true as I possibly can. And you see me from different perspectives. You see me from different ways. You see me from different forms. And I scare the shit out of you. And you don't understand me. And I look like a witch. And I know. There's so much more to this story. And there's so much more that my people on my Facebook do know. But YouTube doesn't yet. Does everybody understand this? We have to build the case. We had to build the proof. We had to build the testimonies. I am a sinner. I'm a horrible speller. I suck at math. I live alone in an RV. I've been isolated for over 2 years. I went through a healing process. I've had gastric bypass surgery. I've lost weight. I've gained weight. I've lost weight. I've gained weight. The surgery helped me in many ways, and the surgery didn't help me in any ways. You know where it didn't help me? It didn't help me here. It didn't change this. I had to change this in order to change this. How did I change this? I opened my mind up. I questioned things. I got a better understanding of myself and my surroundings, because I have been stuck in a programmable world, I guess you want to say. I've been stuck in religion. I've been stuck in things are like this and things, and then you go, and no one will ever let me question it. No one will ever let me just talk. No one will ever let me just, you're too much, you're too loud, you ask so many questions, you do this, and I go, yeah, I know, I'm a lot. Fuck, I'm a lot. And the deeper that I get into this journey, the more I go, am I fucking crazy? Or is this really happening? And you start to go, what is the reality and what isn't the reality anymore? And I think that's where Jim Carrey got lost somewhere in this. He kind of goes, holy fuck. And so everything's an illusion to him, and everything, there's a disconnect. You get so high up, you get so much more intelligence, and then you get stuck somewhere. But this is where everything comes together. This is where everything has a purpose. This is why I think that God is trying to, there's something beyond, there's something more, but we've never taken our intelligence there. We've never taken our brain there. We've never dived deeper into astrology and numbers, but they talk about numbers a lot in the Bible, and this means this, and then, the different languages, and the Bible goes deeper, but we have to go higher. We have to know astrology, because we were born for a certain time. Our names have meaning. Every hair on our head. We were born. Our birth dates have meaning. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a fire sign. I was born on December 13th, 1975. Look up the numbers. Put them together. What do you find? What do you know? Do the research. Have fun with it. Figure it out and go, holy shit, every time it happens, and you just kind of go, this is really happening. And you get excited because you go, holy crap, could this really be real? Do you know what this could mean? But how are we going to know if we don't keep going? How do we know if we don't do this? I started my healing journey over a year ago, and I said, God told me that I needed to do this, and I started posting on Facebook, and I have peeps that have been watching this for a whole year. And I don't know how much they've gotten, how much they've grasped, how much they know, because that's not for me to know. That was between them and God, and when they catched up or when they caught on, they would get it, and I haven't lost it. I lost one, but we're okay. But that's where I'm at in my journey right now, the wheat and tares. But my wheat and tares haven't been huge. They've only been huge in person to me. But somehow, wherever I am, we're all connected. Isn't that God? But how do you do this in public? How do you get out there? How do you do this? You show love. You show God. You talk to people in the grocery store. You put a smile on somebody's face. You hear God, and God will tell you, go talk to so-and-so or go do this, and you're like, okay, because you know it's going to be good. But sometimes it's not, y'all. Sometimes it's not good. Sometimes you got to put on some armor. Sometimes you got to fight a battle. Sometimes you got to go in deep. Sometimes you got to do something that you really don't want to do, but you know that it's for the good in the long run. But this is where flesh and spirit fight. This is where you fight grabbing that drink. This is where you fight, is it worth saying? Is it worth doing? Is it worth talking about? Is it worth, and you grapple with this and you fight with this, and those are the times you have to be unshakable, because sometimes you're the one shaking it because it needs to be shook, because maybe you're saving other people by shaking it. Because they're not strong enough, they're too weak, and they can't do it themselves. They don't have that boldness, they don't have that strength yet, they don't know who they are yet, they don't know their purpose. So we come in, the lions protect the herd, we protect them. We are the voice for those that don't have one. That was a lot because I'm a lot, and I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to leave it here. I think that's like 25 minutes. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm not holier than thou. I'm not better than anybody. I'm just like you. I'm just like the people used in the Bible. I'm living in a world that a lot of people don't understand yet. God, I'm doing my hardest to try and get everybody to understand. God, universe, spirit, ancestors, all of you, guardian angels. Do what only you can do. Because right at this point, in this battle, it's all in God's hands. I love you.